Hi, hello everyone. This is Dr. Chiranjeevi Manike, Professor and Head of Data Science and Cybersecurity Department, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. As part of data mining video lecture series, we have almost completed all 5 units of syllabus, and that is previous lecture, and we discussed about text mining. I would like to give one simple Jupyter notebook, that is how we can apply this text mining or the text analysis on this Twitter, that is to mine the sentiment or analyze the sentiment of people. So its objective is to guide the students or the researchers who are at the beginning, so that they can start they can do some kind of data analysis, that is sentiment analysis. They will understand as a beginner. So that's why I just want to give a brief details of even from the loading the data and how to use this Google Colabs to run the code, and what data set, and a little bit of a exploratory data analysis also. So, and also the major objective of this presentation is mainly and to show some kind of difference between there is not much difference between the text mining and the text analytics, but a little difference, like suppose if there is no algorithm applied, like any data mining algorithms like text classification, clustering, association rule mining, etc., then that would be considered as a text analysis part only. So you will understand by the end of this session here. So this is a notebook which I have obtained and I prepared, and I kept in my Google Drive. So here you can, to run this code, you no need to have any Anaconda setup. You can directly download this. This also I'll keep available in this along with the video, so that the beginners or who want to experiment or start learning on this sentiment analysis or text analytics part, so they can practice this code. I'm not going to discuss in detail about all the what are the pandas, libraries and functions, etc. I just want to give a brief idea how, like whatever that different phases we discussed as a part of data analytics, and that will be explored here. So first we need, if you download this code, and I'll also keep the data set also, so that you have to download the data set also. So suppose if you have a Anaconda, so that is another process. So you have to load the data sets and also the code. Like suppose the code here, the name is a copy of a Twitter sentiment analysis data IPYNB. So these first need to be downloaded and then uploaded into the working space, and then you can start running the shells. So, but here I'm going to explain by using this Google Colab. So that means you no need to set up, install Anaconda or any other Python or any other IDEs. So if you have a Gmail, you can directly open a Google Colab, and then you can, like suppose here you can create a new notebook, or you can upload the notebook. If you already have the notebook, you can directly upload it. So that is the one thing. Before to run a code, so we have to check whether it is connected to the cluster, because the Google will allocate a default cluster. So to run the code in this Google Colab, so we have to check whether it is connected or not. So it is connected to not yet connected, because it is showing like a connect. So once you click on this, so it depends of your internet speed, it will be connected. So that is the part. And once it is connected, it will show you. Okay, yeah, here we could able to see connected, like Python 3 Google Compute Engine backend, and RAM size is a 12.67 GB, and the disk size is 107.72 GB. This is a basic cluster will be allocated in this Google Colab, that is part of Google Cloud. So once it is connected, and you have to we have to load this notebook, or if you want to copy and paste each and every cell, so you have to click on this and create a new notebook. So because this notebook you can download from this video, so that you can directly upload. So you have to click on this upload button and browse. If it is downloaded in the downloads folder, you can browse it from the folder or from your location. Okay, let us start with the sentiment analysis part. So here the most of the things is completely like a exploratory analysis, visualizations, etc. So we can treat it as an analysis part, though we apply data mining or text mining techniques later. But don't treat these two, like data mining and the text analysis are the completely different. Yeah, so now you can see the RAM is connected, the disk is available here, and you can just, if you want a new, it is only for the beginners who are new to this complete environment. For them, I'm just going to explain from the scratch. So you have to click on this upload. So upload, then you can browse from where, like suppose here I can browse because I have not yet downloaded. You can go to that where your file, once you click on the download, it will be downloaded somewhere else, and you have to browse that location. So here I have already opened this document, so I am not doing that. Next one is, so if you want a new, that is different. If you want to use the same available notebook, you can directly upload the notebook. So once you upload it, and it will show like this. So next one is, you can see here the train underscore tweet.csv, test underscore tweets.csv. These are the two CSV files need to be given, supplied as input to this. So but this data need to be available in this location. So here the content and train. So suppose if I run it, and let us see, because if the data is not yet uploaded into this drive, what type of errors you will get. And before that, we have to load some libraries like a NumPy, Pandas, a Matplotlib, a Seaborn, etc. So let first quickly run this shell. So then it will automatically imported all the required libraries. Next part is next shell, that is we are reading by using this read underscore CSV function of the Python into as a data frame here. That name is a train. Similarly, the test. So if I click on this, we will get an error. You can see here. So what type of error? Error 2, there is no such file or directory content or train underscore tweets. So that means we have not yet uploaded this whatever the train underscore test is not available in this drive. So if you want to upload this, so here you have to go to this, click on the folder, and there will be an arrow button, upload, click on this, upload to session. So you have to browse where that file, the CSV file is located. So in my system, it is available in the downloads folder. So let me select these two files, test underscore tweets and train underscore tweets. So click OK, and you will get a warning symbol. That is, so ensure that your files are saved elsewhere. This runtime files will be deleted when this runtime is terminated. So, okay. So here this is a runtime. This is once you disconnect from this, and whatever the data you uploaded, and that will be terminated. So that's why it's a warning message. So you can just simply ignore it. So now you can see it is rotating. That the data is being loaded into this. So once it is loaded, you will be able to see the names like test underscore tweets.csv, train underscore tweets.csv. Okay, so that is the uploading of the data set. Any data you can upload like this. If not, like suppose sometimes if the data set is large and you may not able to see the whatever the data set you uploaded, in that case you have to refresh it so that it will appear. So that is uploading the data set is over. So now if it is not matching with the path also, then it will throw, there is a possibility if the path is not matching. So let us check it. So if I run this, yeah, it is path is matching. If not, if there is an error, still an error, though even if you upload the data set into this folder, if it still throwing an errors like this, like whatever the the file is not available kind of errors, you have to go to that folder and right click on this. There are beside this test underscore tweets or the file name, there are vertical three dot symbols. Right click on that and there will be an option called as a copy path. So click on the copy path and paste it. So here let me do it again. Now I am going to paste here. So Control V or any other. So this is the path. Okay, so now it is matching, so no need of changing the path. Okay, so that is the way you can give the path if the file is does not found. Next, so now I'll run it again. So now this is to load these two files, train underscore tweet.csv, test underscore tweets.csv. So once we load it, and we are going to print by using this the train.shape and the test.shape. It is going to print the shape, number of rows and number of columns. So here the number of these are these many rows and these many columns, and in this train data. And here, whereas a test has these many rows and these many columns. These are very fundamental operations we could perform. Next one is a train.head. If you want to check how the content is, so you can just use these functions like a head and tails. Like if you want, if head and tail, by default it would display the first five records. That means the samples or the rows, we can say. If you want like a specific number, let us say if you want a 10 records, top 10 records, so then you can supply the parameter, the number of records you want. So here you can see there are 10 records are displayed. This is only to just to check how the data is. Next, and similarly the test also, these are all like simple functions. Our object is not that. Now this is another very important one to check, is there any null values under this train under test. So is null, any functions would be applied, so that it returns, if any value is null, then it will return true. If not, then it returns false. So there is no null values, and it's a boolean type, data type. Next, checking out the negative comments from the training set. So here, so because it is already pre-processed data, we will pre-process it later. Another example we have, in that we will pre-process the tweets. So this is a pre-process, so we can display only the tweet, only tweets which are labeled as a negative. Okay, so in this case, check out the negative comments from the train. So that means which are assigned to the 0 label assigned as a 0. All those items would be displayed. Here the 10, top 10, by using this head, so that it will display these 10. Next, similarly the positive comments which are labeled with 1, you can, and this is another like a visualization, like to count the number of positive and number of negative samples in this train here. So here train label, value count, plot, bar plot, and the pink and figure sizes, these are all parameters. So then it will plot the number. Here you can see here how many are labeled, how many data points are labeled with 0, how many data points are labeled with 1. So next, let's check the distribution of the tweets also, like a frequency 0 to 50, 100, 150, like how many tweets, right? So these distribution, because that is a part of exploratory analysis, this need to be done to understand the data. Next, adding column to represent the length of the tweets. So you want to add a new column, that is to find out the length of a tweet. So you can add this train length. This is a new column that is being added. So then the train.tweet.str length. So this function would be applied on that particular tweet to count the number of characters in the tweet. So new of column would be added, and the value will be calculated based on these functions, and that will appear here. You can see here the ID, and this is the new column length added, and it has counted the each tweet number of characters. and this is only to describe, as we already discussed, like to mainly the univariate analysis. We use the box plot, like a 5 summary value, a mean, minimum value, maximum value, 25 for first quartile, the second quartile, third quartile, like, okay. So that information, that is the, that 5 value summary would only be applicable to the numeric values. So next we can group the values, and this is another kind of visualization here. So based on the length, we can group the values. So how many, like 0 length, how many, like 0.05 length, how many, like this kind of visualization could be done. Next we can find out the feature vectors by applying these methods. We are not going in detail because it would take much time. Later coming videos we will concentrate much on this the practical part. So we will do many kinds of analysis. We will work on different data sets and different data mining, text mining tasks. Here most frequently occurring words, top 30, they're based on their frequency. Like user, it is appeared many number of times, 17,500 times. Next, love, day, AMP, happy, these are all the top 30 words which are more frequently occurred. So that is next. Similarly, you can also build the word cloud. Here you can see, yeah, so this is a word cloud which we can build to, so that we can quickly check, like suppose user, as we discussed, right, just this is a more frequent word, so that the font size would be high, like that, the word clouds. And also the label, based on that label, negative and positive tweets, so we can also build the word cloud for that also. Like this is the another word cloud we can build for that, and this is for negative words. So this is the way we can do it. And we could also extract the hashtags. This is a small function that is used to extract the hashtag that need to be imported here. So let me run this code. So what happened here, RE is not defined, so we have to import that. So we inserted cell, import RE, so run it. So then the error will disappear here. Okay, so this is extracting hashtags for the non-racist tweets. Next, by using the NLTK, natural language toolkit, here again NLTK, that means you need to import this NLTK. So run this, so you can see, like this is the way we can, this is part of completely analysis. Mostly we build the histograms, bar charts, word clouds. Like this is the way we can like perform the analysis. Twitter analysis, tweets we collect it and we can pre-process it, and we can do the some kind of a analysis. So I just want to show, I will keep this notebook, and you will also find many, also there are many notebooks available on the different topics from the Kaggle as well as GitHub, many other open sources. So like suppose here the decision tree classifier we can import and we can apply this. We can split the data set into the training and testing, and we can build a model, decision tree classifier. Then we build this accuracy, how accurately it would be able to predict the sentiment of negative, positive, or the neutral, etc. So that's it. I just want, this is a quick review of simple code of a Twitter sentiment analysis using Python. So let me quickly go through the another notebook. This is, and here we have to upload another data set. So tweets, this is available here, so I can directly run it. And this is how the data would look like. This is another like the passengers given on the airline, the feedback given like a negative, and they would also mention the negative reason also, like a cannot tell, bad flight, etc. So this is another kind of text mining from the Twitter data. So here you can see different methods applied. This is completely the pre-processed text tweets. Yeah, the sentiments, we just in the previous example we labeled it with a 0, 1, like a negative and positive. In this case we gave labels as a neutral, negative, and a positive. So similarly we will, yeah, this is before we can split the data set into the training and testing, 30%, 0.3, and we can use the multinomial, and we can, yeah, the accuracy classification report would be displayed, like a precision, recall, F1 score, support, etc. These are all will be discussed in detail later. So thank you for watching this video.